welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be discussing how to manage multiple projects and stay focused. So if you are interested in learning about how I stay focused with multiple projects in 2018, stick around and let's get started. So I have about 5 tips that I want to go ahead and share with you guys on how I manage to stay focus and manage multiple projects. And before I even start that, I want to say that this video corresponds to last week's video, so I'll make sure to link it either up here above or down below in the description box. But of course, the first tip number 1, would be keep different notebooks. And that is so important just because when you're managing multiple projects, you want to make sure that each project has its own notebook, own file, own whatever, so that you stay organized and you don't get frustrated with the work that you're doing. This has helped me tremendously. I've mentioned this before. It has really helped me to keep multiple notebooks, because if I'm working on book number 1 and I'll just go over here, and if I'm working on book number 2, I can just go over there. And then tip number 2, planning out your week, your month, and your year. So of course, as you guys know, we are in 2018, and most of you, maybe some of you, if you're like me, you've already begun to plan out your year, which I've done like so far in advance already. But yes, planning out your week and your month and your year just helps you to stay focused and manage multiple tasks, because you don't want to be scrambling and things like that. Especially working a full-time job, which I have a separate video on that. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel and you hit that notification bell, because I will be talking about a video how to manage multiple projects or be your own boss while working a full-time job. But anywho, tip number 3, I have found that when you're working on only one project, it gets a little bit, I don't want to use the word boring, but you kind of get a little bit stressed out. That's why when the max, if you can't handle more than 2 projects, but I would say keep yourself busy and work on 2 different projects. And the reason why I say this is because if you get frustrated with project A, you can switch over to project B and give yourself a little recovery break from project A. And that's how I would say how to manage multiple projects, is because not only do you not want to learn how to manage multiple projects, but you want to also be working on multiple projects so you don't get burnt out. It's kind of like with our jobs. When we have to take a vacation, it's because we're burnt out. We're at work 5 days a week and we need a break. So it's kind of like that. Having multiple projects, having 2 or more projects you're working on, so you can, when you get burnt out with project A, you can go ahead and switch over to project number B. Tip number 4 is take a break, step back. And this has been the best thing that I could give advice, if you don't take anything from any of these tips, is step back and take a break. I remember, well, most recently, as most of you guys know, we are military. We just moved to a new state, but these last month and a half, I haven't really even been writing or nothing, just because I've just been, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but with moving, leaving my family and stuff like that, it has been a lot on my plate. So I've been taking a step back, and now that we're in the new year, I feel like I can get back on top of the horse and I can ride on out. That sounds real corny, real cheesy, but you have to remember that you need to take a step back and enjoy life. Do something for you. Breathe a little bit. It's not gonna hurt anyone, but you have to do you sometimes and just step back from everything. And then of course, tip number 5 is kind of like the tip that I did in last week's video, is set yourself deadlines. And this is so important, like I mentioned in last week's video. Pretty much is, say you have to set yourself deadlines in order to manage multiple different projects and keep up with yourself. If you know you're not the type of person to set a deadline, you have to tell a friend, someone who is in your corner, so that they can be on top of you and be like, well, why you didn't do this and why you didn't do that. So make sure you go ahead and set yourself deadline. Okay, you guys, so that is the end of the video. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, basically learning how to manage multiple projects and how to stay focused. These tips have helped me in the past, present, and will help me in the near future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those notification bells. And also you can find Sparks Fly now available on Amazon and Kindle ebook, also on Barnes & Noble. You can also find my free self-publishing ebook on my website, which the link will be listed down below. Just go ahead and subscribe over there on my website, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, stay beautiful and deuces.